Well, basically thumbing his nose at fundamentalists today during an appearance at the Pontifical Academy of Sciences, Francis went on to reiterate and restate what has been the Catholic Church's strongly held view for decades on God's role in evolution and the Big Bang, which are broadly accepted scientific consensus. He explained that believing these scientific theories is not at odds with Catholics' faith in God, saying, quote, "When we read about creation in Genesis, we risk imagining God as a magician with a magic wand able to make everything. But it is not so." Francis said the Big Bang theory is not at odds with faith in God.
L'inizio del mondo non è opera del caos che deve a un altro la sua origine, ma deriva direttamente da un principio supremo che crea per amore. Il Big Bang, che oggi si pone all'origine del mondo, non contraddice l'intervento creatore divino, ma lo esige.
Pope Francis has said the Big Bang theory is compatible with the Catholic Church's teaching on creation. Speaking to members of the Pontifical Academy of Science, the Pope said it is possible to believe in both, insisting God was responsible for the Big Bang from which all life evolved.
Does the Bible's creation account rule out the possibility that the universe began with the Big Bang? The Bible simply says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." Genesis 1:1. It does not comment on exactly how God created everything. So even if a cosmic explosion produced our universe, that would not contradict what is stated in the Bible. So even if a cosmic explosion produced our universe, that would not contradict what is stated in the Bible. Rather, Genesis 1:1 would answer the question, who caused the Big Bang?
Reaction tonight from parents following a new statement from the Pope.
That's right. The Pope said today that God is not a magician with a magic wand. Evolution and the Big Bang theory are real, but not without God's existence.
CBS 21's Kyle Rogers live tonight in the newsroom with more on the Pope's comments. Kyle.
Well, Rabbitani, the Pope basically says there's no Big Bang without God. According to the Catholic news agency, the Pope said, quote, "When we read about creation in Genesis, we risk imagining God as a magician with a magic wand able to make everything. But that is not so." Now, the Pope added he created beings and allowed them to develop according to the internal laws that he gave to each one, so they were able to develop and to arrive at their fullness of being.
Does the Bible's account allow for living things to change over time? Yes. The Bible says that God created living things according to their kinds. Genesis 1:11, 12, 21, 24, and 25. Consider an example. In the 1970s, researchers studied finches on the Galapagos Islands. They noted that climate changes caused finches with slightly larger beaks to survive more readily. This, some concluded, provided evidence of evolution. But was it evidence of evolution, or was it simply adaptation?
Charles Darwin once took a ride on one of these. And it was something about their shells that gave him the first hint that living creatures change over time.
The giant tortoises of the Galapagos Islands are among the many unique animals here.
I'm sorry.
That got Darwin to thinking about how new species come into being. Today, the island's creatures still amaze their visitors and provide insights into how evolution works.
I have good beginner's luck. I'm Alan Alda. Join me and the creatures that inspired Darwin as we voyage to the Galapagos.
The Bible says that God created all things. Revelation 4:11. He did not rest until his creative work was complete. The implication is clear. God did not create a simple organism and then rest or take a back seat while that organism evolved over millions of years into various kinds of fish, apes, and humans. God did not create a simple organism and then rest, while that organism evolved over millions of years into various kinds of fish, apes, and humans. God did not create a simple organism and then rest. He did not rest until his creative work was complete. He did not rest until his creative work was complete.
There's something about it that just doesn't sit well, because it sounds like, as often is the case, he's trying to have his cake and eat it too. Creationism, he's saying that maybe we can't have the miracles to create all these different species that are so obviously adapted to their environments, but he's still reverted to creation for the Big Bang. So in a sense, he's saying evolution happens, but also miracles still happen.